episode of the GMSMythdestroyers. Double honors to the elders, all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, and honors to you brothers out there doing the work. And today this brother has a lesson.
So how?
A war, and what's your lesson?
Alright. Today we're going to go into how we're employed under Yahweh Shai. And through the Spirit I want to bring it out because recently, brothers got laid off. I know a lot of brothers got laid off. But the Spirit been on us, basically pushing the vibration. Look, our real job is to work under Yahweh Shai, which is to gather the elect, to prophesy the downfall of America, alright? And to push the vibration of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And we're going to bring it out through the scriptures. And if you got a scripture you want to bring out, you can go ahead. The actual physical jobs means, basically keep your lights on, man.
They'll not make a career in this society,
You know what, man? Fuck you people, man. They still talking about college, man. I still think you should go to college. Does your news station not work? Like when you flipping through the net, because basically what's happening in Iran is basically making mainstream news now, man. So you flipping the remote, does your channel skip over like Fox News and CNN now? And go straight to ESPN?
Nigga don't even know what that channel is, man. You don't even know what channel CNN on.
Apparently not, because you dumb fucks still talking about the same thing, man. That's why I said it'll be the days of Noah, man. Because in the days of Noah, they acted, every day was like the same as yesterday. You didn't see how we're progressively going closer and closer to the destruction. You treated this, the next day as though it was yesterday. Go ahead. Dumb fucking people, man.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 13.
Yep.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Yep.
Fear the Most High and keep His commandments.
That's the job, man. That's a duty, man. Fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai and keep His commandments. Go ahead.
For this is the whole duty of man.
This is the whole duty of man. The Israelite man. Right now, the elect man of Israel, man.
Yeah. What's your duty? Duty is your job, man.
Alright, now let's get some more info on our job. Get Matthew 4. As a matter of fact, get Isaiah 49 and 6. Because, and we're bringing this out, because the thing says you're not going to learn a name from a Negro. Guess what? You're going to learn every guy. You know what? You're right. You're not going to learn it from a Negro. You're going to learn it from an Israelite through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's how we got our elders, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 49 and 6. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob.
Now what does employee mean? Servant. But he told us a description of our job. That thou shouldest what?
And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel.
So our job was to restore the preserved of Israel. Who represents the preserved of Israel? Alright? From that, hold that and get Sirach 17, Sirach 36 and 11. Because you're going to find out the reason why we woke up is our job was to wake up the elect. And Yahweh Shai was supposed to, he set the precedent on how to wake up the elect. And he also showed an example of what was going to happen to you once you took on the duty of Yahweh Shai. This is why I said the servant is not greater than his master. You see?
Sirach chapter 36 verse 11. Gather all the tribes of Jacob and inherit thou them as from the beginning.
Wait a minute. It said gather all the tribes of Jacob together. Now how would that be manifest? Pursuant to Isaiah 49 and 6. We was going to gather the tribes of Jacob together, man. Through the word. Then it's saying, Baruch, that we'll be gathered together by the word. But then it's saying in Romans 10 and 14 that basically we have to be taught the word, man. So when we go out there on the highways and the byways, we just clocked in, man. And guess what? When you leave, you ain't even clock out. Because when you studying, you clocking back in, man. This is our real payroll, man. Alright? Some jobs you don't get paid every day. You get paid at the end of doing a full job, man. After that summer's done with, then they give you a stipend, a big check or something, man. Alright? Read that again.
Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them as from the beginning.
See? And the end of and that whole Sirach, what's that, 36? That whole chapter is talking about the end of Esau's kingdom, man. Show signs, show wonders, make the time short. That's what's happening now. Raise up prophets. You have to raise up prophets to gather the tribes, man. Alright, get Matthew 4:19, unless you had a precept as well. Get Matthew 4:19. Yahweh Shai, when he was all through Matthew, he was putting them apostles to work, man. Uncle Sam, they got a so-called Uncle Sam got a slogan, I want you. Guess what? Yahweh Shai wants you. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 4, verse
19.
Verse 19. And he saith unto them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
He said, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. That scripture goes right into Sirach 36:11 and Isaiah 49:6, where it says, gather the tribes of Israel, and it is a light thing that you should restore the preserve of Israel. When it says fishers of men, it's talking about fishers of the elect. So when we broadcast these videos and we go on the highways and the byways, we're fishing in the elect. You see? Got a precept? Alright.
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 22. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant. For with great labor have I made it perfect.
With great labor have you made it perfect, man. This truth is all about laboring. And like the Elder Gabar said, this labor takes place in your mind. This job takes place in your mind. It's very important that you're spiritually conditioned to do the work. Because like it's in the proof that, in Ephesians the 6th chapter, it says we battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. Those principalities are demons, right? But what do the demons say? What do demons inhabit? They inhabit the mind. So it's it's showing you that our main fight of affliction, the core of it, is in your mind, is in your spirit. You have to constantly assert yourself in this truth, to be diligent in this truth. You have to constantly see to it that your mind isn't contaminated with wicked thoughts and all that BS in your flesh and in the carnal mind, because it'll hinder you from doing the work. And then it'll show, because brothers will look at you like, he kind of looking weak right now, It'll show in the streets. Alright? Oh, you got something up?
Romans chapter 8, verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Carnal niggas, man. Like, they got this thing called Facebook. You got niggas, every 2 minutes, they got typing something on Facebook, man. I just had some Burger King. I just burped. My fries is cold. What y'all doing Saturday? You know what I mean? That's carnal as hell, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, he'll shoot you for stepping on the shoes.
Hollering at another man, woman.
Yeah, niggas showcasing rims and all that madness and all that money. You hear these rap songs, all they talking about is getting money, getting cars, getting clothes.
That's minding the things of the flesh. And what other thing minds the thing of the flesh? Animals, man. That's why I refer to you 2/3 as brute beasts, man. Brute somebody, they act on their carnal desires, man. That's why we be getting on brothers, like even the younger brothers around us, we stick to it. Like, man, cut that shit out, man. Because when an Israelite mind the things of his flesh, he looks like a fucking ass, man. He makes an ass of himself. Because we are already vigorous and energetic. So everybody knows that we saw something that attracted us because we act on it. I didn't do it while or not, ain't it? Oh, you go ahead.
But they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
What's the things of the Spirit? The Word, man. And put your spirit under subjection to the ordinances of the Scriptures, man. Excuse me, put your body under subjection under the ordinances of the Scriptures, man. Because physically, we're no different from an Israelite, man. We got all those desires you got. The difference between the elect and a nigga is that we don't mind the things of our flesh. We put it under subjection, pursuant to 1 Corinthians 9 and 25, I believe, man. All right, some more to that.
For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Yeah, which is the kingdom, man. All right, get going back, 1 Corinthians 7 and 21. See, and part of our and that's part of this job. He didn't go off topic or anything, because part of the job is to constantly keep your physical self under subjection to the scriptures, man. You gotta constantly make sure that nigga in you, that left hand side, that left hand of you, don't take over your job, man. You know?
Yeah, you said it right though. That nigga in you.
Yeah.
You know?
Release your inner nigga. You know?
Cause and the point he brought up, you had to be spiritually conditioned. You know?
Yeah,
in order to be spiritually conditioned, you got to be trained spiritually. And how do you train yourself spiritually? Through this word, man. So if you're out there being carnal, you're not being trained spiritually. You actually getting weak because you're not working out their spiritual muscle, so to speak.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be spiritually conditioned to endure to the end. You're not going to be spiritually conditioned to go out on these highs. It's going to start getting boring to you, man. It's going to, you're not going to be into it. Why? Because you ain't right, you know.
That's why I said examine yourself.
You got to do that work, man. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 21. Art thou called, being a servant, care not for it? Yeah,
because we are servants. In this society, you a servant, whether you serve Esau, whether you serve a woman, or whether you serve Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Like Joshua said, as for me and my house, we going to serve the Most High. Go ahead. Except for you, Johanna. You serve Esau, you fuck boy. So you got to talk like him, man. You bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, this nigga actually said Monday he's coming out with all the scriptures proving that King Solomon had the mark of the beast. See, niggas like that gotta die, man. There's no hope for niggas like that, man. King Solomon was righteous, man. He was in his old age when he had went off, man. And that's normal in the scriptures, man. When Jake reached that old age and fall weak, man.
They lose that discretion.
Right. That's why Jake and King David them had millions of advisors in their old age, man. You niggas like you, man. Then it says the number of that man is 666 in the mark, man. So he's saying that King Solomon had that number on him, man. 666. Man, fuck you, Johanna, man.
And how can King Solomon had an option to buy or sell, say that he had the beast when he was rich? Like,
he had the fucking earth, man.
He had the earth, he had the world. People came to him. People came in his courtesy, man. Queen of Sheba, man, that's recorded, man. Solomon getting destroyed? Wait a minute, King Solomon's Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh Shai come to take the kingdom, then turn around and get destroyed afterwards. Because he got the beast in the last incarnation.
But you know what? This nigga tongue gonna fall on himself, man. Why? Because when you come out with this bullshit, man, you gonna get cut so motherfucking bad, it's gonna be ridiculous, man. And we gonna record your monkey ass, man. We gonna record you while you saying it. Then we gonna put it out, and everybody gonna be on you like white on rice and a paper plate in a snowstorm, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I ain't heard of that.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 21. Art thou called, being a servant, care not for it, but if thou mayest be made free, use it rather.
Now the brother brought out a beautiful point. We got to be conditioned for this truth. We got to be mentally conditioned. Did you get Sirach 4 and 27? Because I've had jobs where we got broke in, man. That was like, man, get them new guys hell to see if they're actually worthy of having this job, man. And we be out in the heat. Niggas be ready to tap out, start talking noise and stuff.
21 or 27?
27.
Alright. Oh yeah, and when you conditioning, if you know anything about sports, when it's conditioning time, you gotta run, you gotta get in shape. That shit's hell, man. When you getting in shape, that's actually hard labor. So if you gotta spiritually condition yourself What does that mean? You gotta labor your spirit, man. You gotta train that boy, man.
Temperance in all things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go ahead.
Alright. Sirach chapter 4, verse 27. Make not thyself an underling to a foolish man.
I'm sorry, 17.
17?
Yeah.
Alright. Verse 17. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways.
Let's talk about wisdom, which is when you first come into the truth. Like the brother said, you're going to catch hell when you first start conditioning. Like any brother that's in the fighting or exercising, when you go from 0 to 60 to break yourself in, you be ready to pass out, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
As it goes on, you get used to working out, man.
It becomes a part of you.
Yeah, you can do that thing all the time, and you see the other guys, the nigga women and the fat people, they just about to pass out, man. Especially them nigga women, man. That's how you know this ain't for them, man. They can't condition on a carnal level. Spiritual level?
They take walks in the park. They don't jog. What the fuck is this?
You walk every damn day, you know? Now I can see if you're in your old age and you walking. Nah, you got nigga women like 25, man. Freaking walking, man.
Then they wait till they get fat, then walk. And it's always like two fat nigga women walking and talking together, man. I bet you got hella mouth muscles from running your mouth, though.
Right.
You know?
For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways.
Talking about wisdom, man. The Most High is conditioning you because you went from being a boy in the world to a man in the truth, and that's a rough transition, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him. Oh yeah, bro, I gotta say this real quick because you said you went from a boy in the world to a man in the truth. You skipped a level, man. You skipped a level. You're not a man in the world. You skipped that part, and you went straight from being a boy in the world to a babe in this truth to a man in this truth. So you skipped that whole little area of the world, man. That's why you looked at like you're nuts in this society, man. Cause you went from all the way down here to the ground to way up here.
Yeah, zero. And people are coming to like, man, you changed. People that knew you in the world, man, you changed. And man, this brother, we just happy to come in this truth. We was 17, 18, man.
Integrity.
Yeah.
For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline.
Yeah, there goes that discipline again, that conditioning. Like when you're fighting, you're sparring, you gotta train yourself to keep standing when you want to sit down. You gotta train yourself to stand straight when you want to hold your head down, man. When you feel nauseated, you gotta train yourself to just stay at it, man. Torment her with the discipline. What is the discipline of law? Putting your body under subjection to the scriptures, man. Alright. After that, get Hebrews 10:32.
Alright, I finished. Until she may trust his soul and try him by laws.
Same thing, man. Anybody that's been a part of an organization, maybe football, or you might have had a job, especially physical labor, they have a 90-day period, right? And in that period, a lot of times they give you hell, man. It's like a break you in, initiation, so to speak. Basically, they're trying to see if you're worthy of actually having that job. Same thing with this truth. So the wisdom is going to try you to see if you're actually worthy of being a servant or employee of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah. My football coach had this, he was like one of the roughest high school football coaches, man, ever. He had this thing called Hell Week, man. Now, basically, all he did was root out the bad week, man. He trimmed fat that time, man. You literally trimmed fat while you was out there, and he trimmed the fat of them dudes who didn't have that mind frame. Cause I'm talking about as soon as you got out there, you stretch and you get put to work, man. No doing drills, none of that shit. You working hours. like some military type stuff, man. You just working hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. You work like up to 4 or 5 hours, man. Constantly running. I mean, people throwing up, people walking. But then after about a good hour and a half of doing that, and you got the weak jakes who realize that they ain't gonna stop, they start walking off the field, man. They start cursing out the coaches. You got people who, you know, they don't want to quit, but they just won't put in the work. So the coach kick them off.
Lukewarm niggas.
Yep, you had the lukewarm. So yep. Then you had them jakes who would whisper to you, man, I ain't doing this. Man, I ain't even finna run that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, lukewarm. Then the coach catch them, punish everybody for it, then they quit. Then, you know, you think about it, that's how the truth is. When that truth start getting hard, man, Jake start doubting, man. Jake start doubting, and Jake, basically, Jake ain't ready for that work, man. Hard work.
Yeah, like I said, this is the most, for lack of better words, vigorous training out there. Mm-hmm. I've done a lot of types of physical workouts, but this is the most tedious, and you have to be the most diligent, man.
Yeah.
You got, like I said, you got to constantly apply your mind to the scriptures. You have to constantly subdue your fleshly desires.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. You want it?
Hebrews 10:32. Yeah.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 32. But call to remembrance the former days in which after ye were illuminated.
When you first woke up, when you first got on, when you first got hired by your outside, your how by some your outside. Go ahead.
Ye endured a great fight of affliction.
The hell.
Yeah.
Wisdom tried the soul of them to see if they're worthy of her. Go ahead.
Partly whilst you were made a gazing stock, both by reproaches and afflictions.
You started teaching. Everybody saw you. Family might have seen you. Co-workers, classmates, people, cops running up on you, trying to get you off the block. You might have got arrested. You might have got into a confrontation. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And partly whilst ye became companions of them that were so used.
Yep, because it was other jakes that came into the truth that caught the same hell as you did.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's good on that. I just want to bring out that quick point because it linked up with Sirach 4:17. Now, unless you got some, I want to bring out this point. St. John 15:16. Because another misconception out there is you can bring yourself into the truth. But if you notice in Matthew 22:8, Yahweh Shai hires you. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. And it's going to show you what he hired you for in this book.
Yep, like that situation where the man had the demons in him, legion in him, and and the Lord healed him. He wanted to follow the Lord after that. But the Lord told him to just go his own way and tell everybody what happened to him.
Yep.
Why? Because he wasn't the chosen, man.
If you want to get all technical or spiritual, which we're not going to get deep into with this lesson, Yahweh Shai is looking for the men that he had in the beginning, man. Mm-hmm. He's looking for the prophets he had in the beginning. Furthermore, he's looking for the angels that created the earth, man, that he put in physical bodies. Like I said, we're not even going to, expound on that part.
That's why they hated him.
That's why they hated him.
He was picky, and that's why they hate us. They hate us because we come out there and we just tell it like it is. We're not out here for you.
Yep, because it's a lot.
Go ahead.
Now, I'm just going to bring up this quick point. We're made in the image of Yahweh Shai as we speak. We have to read about Yahweh Shai because when we came back in the reincarnation, we have to understand why these things are happening to us, man. When Yahweh Shai was here, like I said, he set the standard on what to do as a servant of the Most High. He had to be a living example on how to do it. And the apostles. That's why their actions was recorded. So when we came back, and we'll have a guide, so to speak,
John chapter 15, verse 16.
Yep.
Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you.
Wait a minute, that's everything that we just brought out in a nutshell, man. First of all, you have not chosen me, I have chosen you, because Yahweh Shah was looking for the elect that the Most High sent him for in the first place. Then it said, what? That you should bring forth fruit?
Mm-hmm.
Did it not say in Isaiah 49 that you should bring the preserve of the elect, the preserve of Israel? So your fruit is the elect. That's why it says in 2 Timothy 2 and 10, I endure all things for the elect's sake. Because he was doing the same thing Isaiah was doing. Fishing out the elect. Catching all that hell so the elect can wake up. It's a camera in front of us right now for the elect's sake, man. The Most High is gathering the fish. And when you go and you gather fish, you get the fish that's edible, man. You throw the shrimp and the lobster back in the water, man.
Yep.
That's what it says. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you or sanctioned you that you should bring forth fruit. That fruit, like I said, is the elect. So the book is like the scripture said, it all links up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
These things I command you, that ye love one another. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Because we doing the same thing he did. And guess what? Ultimately, they hate the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, they hate the Most High. When you have, like, that's why it says in Philippians, if you have seen me, you have seen the Father. Because Yahweh Shah came as though he was the Most High. He physically looks like the Most High, and he did the same thing as the Most High did. The Most High gave him the words to speak to the world, man. You see? But guess what? We came in the likeness of Yahweh Shah. You see? So if the world hates you, you know that it hated me because you know that it hated me. Read that again.
If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
There you go, because we doing what he did. And we got the same words that's coming out of our mouth that the words that came out of his mouth. Alright. Yeah, what of that? Alright, go ahead.
Verse 19. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
He chosen us again. Alright, I'm going to get a couple more Ezekiel 3 and 17. So, we first brought out the fact that we was going to restore the elect to Israel. That's one of our job descriptions. Another job description is to reprove the nation of Israel. Alright?
Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 17.
This is when the Most High first hired, so to speak, Ezekiel, man. Put him on, so to speak. Go ahead.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman.
That's his job title. Go ahead.
Unto the house of Israel.
Yep, to the world.
Unto the house of Israel.
Oh.
Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So
the Most High gave him his job description. You called a watchman, aka a prophet, and he gave him his duty. You supposed to get him my words, because like we did a lesson last week, when we preach, that's actually the Most High teaching, man. So that's why I said they despise not man but the Most High. Alright, then he tells you what to do if they reject, and what to do if you don't do what I tell them to do, man. It's not like a job for me, man. Go ahead.
Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
Alright, so basically he gave the job title, the description, and the duty of a prophet, man. All in a nutshell. You got something? Alright.
Romans chapter 12 verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
Another, our service, that's it. That's in a nutshell. That's our reasonable service, our duty. Like I said, we've been called to do this work, and that's a blessing.
Yeah. it said, sacrifice your bodies. So that means till death. This is what you. This is your purpose. You know.
We'll say, I sent for the apostles last. You know what I sent for the apostles last? Something unto death. St. John 17, verse 18 through 20.
St. John chapter 17, verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world.
So Yahweh Shai set the precedent on how to be a prophet. Go ahead.
And for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth.
Yeah, we do what our master does. Go ahead.
Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word, that they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that thou hast sent me.
Yep, the world may believe that thou hast sent me. Because like basically the whole point is the Most High name has to be glorified like how it was glorified when we left Egypt. Alright? That's why it says that we're going to praise his name in the land of our captivity. But ultimately, we got to project the name, man. And the thing is, say you listening. Alright?
Yep, and it's going to be greater than the time he made it known up in Egypt, because now none of our people going to even, 2/3 of our people won't even be getting saved by the Most High, man. It's going to only be 1/3. 1/3 in that 144,000.
Yep. So an overview of what we just brought was, so like going back to what this brother just said, that makes you even more valuable, man. Because like everybody, all Israel left Egypt back then. But only the elect is going to get saved in the 1/3. And that's a small number.
Yep.
But all in a nutshell, the Most High gave us our title in Isaiah 62:7. I have set forth watchmen, which shall not hold their peace day or night. And he told us the gravity of our job. And he told us our job, Isaiah 49, how you should wake up to preserve the elect of Israel, basically for the interest of the kingdom. That's how we know that the kingdom is at hand, because we're waking up, pursuant to the scriptures. But then in Matthew, he actually sends his son to show us how to do the work. Then he documents the apostles doing the work for our sake, man. Then he said all things are for our learning. So he gave us our job, and then he showed us how to do it, man.
Yeah.
Then you read about us, like I said, in Isaiah 62, where he said, set up watchmen. Sirach 36, raise up prophets. But now you get a deeper understanding, hopefully through the spirit, of what he meant by it.
Yeah. He labored to show us how to labor.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
When the Lord was beaten, we not going to get hit as hard as the Lord got hit. You know, he took it all at once. But everything that he got, he was showing, these are certain things that's going to happen to you. Like, you may get beat with whips. They may spit on you. They're going to lie on you. These are certain things that will happen to you while you're in this truth. That can happen to you while you're in this truth. That's why when James and John's mother came up to the Lord and asked what she asked about, let them sit on your right hand. He told her that's not for me to judge, but he came up to James and John and was like, are you willing to drink of that cup? And they said, yeah. He said, you will drink of that cup, then. Just know that you will drink of that cup. So you gonna drink of that cup, man. And that's when 2nd Ezra chapter 16 say, you gonna know who the chosen are, man, when it's time to drink of that cup, man.
And that's why everything was written for our sakes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Second Maccabees, the 7th chapter was written for our sakes, man. How they want the Greeks wanted them to eat the swine.
Yeah.
Then you had the men that stood stiffly for the Most High, man.
They was ready to drink of that cup.
They was ready to drink of that cup. So it's a reason why I was documented, because the Lord knew when we came back in the reincarnation and the final finale, He gave us a guide and instructions and examples, man, to live by.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like these things some of these things are gonna happen to you, man. It takes a man to drink the cup, man. That's why you Christian niggas and you temple Israelites, y'all scared to drink the cup, man. Y'all like baby juice and applesauce and shit. Y'all can't take those dregs and everything like Yahweh Shah took it.
Yep.
That's why y'all like that soft shit. Go to church, go to college shit, man. Cause it's baby juice, man. Jesus loves everybody. God love the world. Colorblind Jesus. Love, love, love. That's that Welch's, man.
Yeah, that ain't wine. That's Welch's right there.
Yeah, man. I got sippy cups and shit, man. But yeah, I'm done, man.
Alright. Well, we hope you brothers was edified, man. And all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai once more. Double honors to the elders. Honors to you brothers out there doing the work. Till next time on GMSMythdestroyers. We'll see y'all brothers later. Shalom.
So,
Lord will.